Hi, this is Paul. I'm going to be taking you through some travertine shower areas, most of which are going to be Roman shower, curbless, with epoxy grout and waterproofing behind the walls. These are all 18-inch squared edge material. We've integrated the baseboard in with the same material as well, you'll see as we pan along. And we'll go up to the curb here in a moment. Splash as well. This is our shower bathroom transition. It's curbless. You can see that tiny line delineating the drainage area. So the 18-inch material could continue on down into the shower. We've got a shower seat and a niche to your left. The eagle beak round over on all the existing material. We didn't change material. And then the back wall, we've got just a very simple design. 18-inch border, diagonal, squared edge all the way around. We're going to pan over now onto the inside area of the dividing wall with the glass block. You'll see the same round over as it goes up. I was able to take this all the way up and around the outside of the shower divider, which really increases the size and really shows you how big the shower is, because from the outside you really can't see much of that entrance. Same material down on the tub deck as well. And we made those face tiles on the tub deck removable. And then if you look down here, we pan down along the edge of the windowsill, integrated that in as well. Instead of sticking something in there that stuck out, we used the same material for the splash and the windowsill. This is the decorative insert at the entrance of the home. Light colored chiseled edge 18-inch material. Walk through, make a right, and go into the master bathroom area. And right at the transition, you'll see that we were able to make a mirror image, which turned out very nicely. Chiseled edge as well, and we've got all epoxy grout into the area that you're looking. Over on your left, you're going to see the curved area that we pulled out. We've got a knee wall with 18-inch material cut down into 3-inch strips. Took all of the non-veiny, non-movement material out so you can see the vein as it goes around the corner and the curve. And then we lifted out at the top and hand chiseled a really clean edge piece, so everything is very flush. And then as the knee wall continues out and around, it goes up to the ceiling, and we managed to pull off the curve at the ceiling as well, so the entirety of it feels like a solid block. And then we're going to take a look at the inside edge of the knee wall as well as the shower floor, and you'll see there we centered that, but the inside edge of the knee wall is nice because we incorporated all of the functional shower valves and handles. We put a shampoo seat, that is, shaving seat or a shampoo shelf either, and then in the back shower edge we've got the curve as well, and then put 2 shower niches in. One is more functional, and you're about to see that. You can see the veins in the back of the niche match the veins at the outside of it, and the same thing at the top. You get a little bit more decorative at the top. You can see a little bit there with the 3-inch lines where they've been cut down in order to turn the curve. And once again, I try to use the same idea of making the shower floor part of the bathroom. And the drainage is great, so it turned out very nicely. We also did a routed edge down at the baseboard and used the same material on the baseboard. So you've really got a nice flute OG finish, which is really incredibly durable at the same time as it's quite beautiful. We wanted to make these mirrors removable and adjustable according to whoever might end up owning the house later on, and so we attached the glass to melamine and riveted it to J-channel. The J-channel hangs on the wall, and then we framed out the edge with a light colored travertine pencil rail. This is the windowsill area as it goes and wraps around into the shower. That's the one area of the shower right here that does not have a curve. And then you can see how we wrap the chisel around onto the windowsill. This is the kitchen backsplash of the same home. There are a couple elements in here that are a little bit interesting. One is that the black absolute granite around the edges is just 4 pieces that we ripped into L-shaped cuts, and then the area here is going to be the exact same material, slightly larger scale, then cut down into a wall plate, which turns out really very smooth. You can't see it unless you look right on top of it, and it has an incredible class. This is a guest bathroom with a curb, although we did take the same material and run the pattern out and continued the cut, so it looks like you've got solid block with a curb sitting on top. This area is kind of interesting in that we had to integrate multiple materials into a large format tile. So what I ended up doing is making all of the light colored mosaic material incredibly flush, very tight against the install, as you'll see right here. Very little grout joint against that transition. Following it into the corner, all the same pieces in the corner. And then as you go across the top here, we transition that into the chair rail, and then the chair rail overlaps into the glass tile, which is about 3/4 of an inch recessed in order to make it look like a painting or a decorative accent. This is the outdoor kitchen of the same home. This is 8-inch chiseled edge travertine, which we ripped down into bricks and then chiseled the cut edge, and then I followed them over so it looks like they're solid blocks as they wrap, and you can see all the same colors apply as it wraps around the corner. We actually ended up making these doors as well, because we couldn't find anybody that wanted to make them to match. As you go up along here, you can see that, especially around this edge, I wish we had been able to texture around this edge so it looked like the stone was recessed in, but come back around here. If that's the worst of it, I think we're alright. This is one of my favorites. I tried to make this look as if it were woodworking. Hand routed everything, sanded down the edges to make everything smooth where it was square. And then we arched the top as well, which was a bit of a battle because it was not symmetrical. We had to float that out almost 2 inches. Turned out very nicely. We're looking at the shower floor of a master bathroom area. Integrated niches, and you'll see that we used large format 1.25" material at the top cap and in the shower niche. This is a hand cut medallion that we made and routed the edge. There was an issue with the plumber, and I thought that would be a nice touch. You see that a lot with light fixtures, but not with plumbing. We also integrated the body sprays. This actually has the Kohler digital system installed in it. I like those square drains as well. This edge turned out very nicely. I actually wanted that to look like woodworking as well. It's got a nice inset rounded cut to it, and then that lip at the top turned out classy. It's a very simple shower, so I want to put a couple clean elements on it. This is the same material as that cap material that I routed the edge, just gave it a thin little shelf, and it wraps around. The same material is also installed on the tub deck as well. You can see that overlap. It's 1.25" travertine. This is Paul McLaurin with Artisans. I want to thank you for taking the time to take a look at what we have to offer. I hope you enjoyed it.